Hello there! The eagle-eyed amongst you might of course notice something a little different. I've got a box of Lego, as usual, in front of me, and a completely different desk, and that's simply because I've decided to change surfaces. No other reason than, of course, I got sick of what I was working on before. So a different desk, different location. Couldn't be bothered putting the little rug thing over anything to hide stuff anymore. The other table, for those that obviously didn't know, that was a reflective glass surface table, so that wasn't really appropriate for camera work as such, but was great for at least looking at. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unbox this bad boy. It's Lego City. It's a fire truck. Looks like it possibly two men there. Fire hydrant, so it's obviously made to look like an American product. Let's just see, what else do we have? Yes, two men there, one man there, actual size, obviously doing their work. Upside down picture. There we go, the same thing that was on the front. All the regular jargon and so on. All the little different adventures that you can get up to here. Hey! I'm climbing. We've got junk in our trunk. I know that's not a trunk, I'm just procrastinating, basically. And all the other stuff. We've got to get up and away. We've got to drive. It's designed for easy building, apparently. 1 plus 2 plus... Yes, they're trying to make it look far simpler than it actually is. Lego is nice, it is quite simple, but it's a bit more complicated than just 1 plus 2 equals that. So we've got various designs as well for different things. We've got stations, vehicles and so forth, and then all the regulars. Tell you what, I'm just going to open this up and take a look at what we've got inside. Standard box instructions, standard everything else, stickers that don't really work too well, little hose thing that probably attaches to something. Well, this is looking good so far. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll do a little bit of a jump cut and then come back and see what else is going on here. So I turn to the first page of the instructions, and what do I find? Well, I find the instructions tell you not to mix the two bags together, which you would sort of think is obvious, but from my past experience with the Lego products of late, when you do tend to open the bags up, and even if you do keep them separate, you do tend to need something from one and something else from the other to put them together to get something else. So I am a bit dubious about this, but then there's this first instruction here, which looks, I'm assuming that's supposed to be carpet, but first glance I imagined it was supposed to be grass, and they seem to be telling you not to lose your Lego pieces in the grass. Bit odd, but there you go. And we're back. So that's that built. First of all, I'll just show you the two men that come with it. Little fellas, we'll call them Pinky and Perky here. Pinky is in his gimp suit and Perky is in his normal attire. Not much to say really here. They've not done anything specifically. Focus, please. No, it doesn't want to focus. There we go. Very slow autofocus today. Don't know what's going on there. But he's in his normal attire, so he goes driving in his fire truck. It's not quite a Jaguar. And then we have Pinky here, who has his helmet on, he's got his breathing apparatus on and so on. He's obviously going to quite heroically dive into the flames, protected by the motion blur that is showing up on the camera for some reason. I don't see why it's not focusing. I do apologise for that. Oh, camera's the bane of my life. Let's just see. Maybe if I fiddle with that. No. Well, if I take it away, yes, that's better. It's got to be a distance thing. If it gets too close, it goes out of focus, and it won't focus properly ever again. It's broken. No, it's not. It's just the limits of the hardware. So there we go. He's got breathing apparatus. If he does lose his helmet, then the visor moves up and down. Oh, the joys. You've got a little box here with which you can put stuff in and just put into that little bit here. And then it just rattles around. And of course, In this case, I've forgotten to disconnect it from that fire hydrant, which is just this little bit here. It just hooks in there, and there, all is happy again. Now you might be wondering what this great big gaping hole is here. That's for this bit, which is a bit difficult to get in its own right. And then there's the fire hose. The fire hose is supposed to go in here. There's two little holes. It's not supposed to be a little barbell or dumbbell for Pinky and Perky here to stop taking up weightlifting or anything like that. It's just meant to be the rotation bit to allow you to wind this up. I forget what the proper term is, but there you go. This then would otherwise clip into there and wheel in. The reason it hasn't been put in is twofold. For one thing, this is quite difficult to get in. Without the correct use of applied force, you could easily end up breaking even the best quality Lego. Secondly, there's this bit here. It's frayed. What you're supposed to do is put it through one of the holes, tie a little knot, and then it's quite secure, I imagine. But the only little disappointing bit there, otherwise it's quite nice, works a treat. Does exactly what you might think that a Lego fire engine would do, which is just basically go back and forth, back and forth. Looks very good for what it is. There's just one little problem with it, aside from that little accident with the fraying rope. You've got this ladder here, which it's a bit on the stiff side, but it does work. But you can't get a full rotation here. That's because of these sections here. It means you're very limited as to what you want to do. If your fireman is wanting to get anywhere else beyond there, you're going to have to turn the truck a bit. Oh well, can't have everything, I suppose. Just moving all of this to one side for now. I just want to show you something that came at the back of the instructions here. Lego City, they've definitely picked the right names for these things. And they're somewhat terrifying, to be quite brutally frank. When you see the sheer size of this, how is anyone supposed to have enough space to actually build all of these things? You'd have to dedicate an entire room of your house to it. And of course some people do. If you are a dedicated Lego collector and model maker and so on, you probably do have quite a few things set up like this, and I envy you. I want to be like you. I do, honest. I just don't have the space. But there's all kinds of interesting things. You can see how it can all fit together quite nicely. I'm getting lost in my imagination here. I better end the video. Thank you very much for watching. Please comment, rate, like, subscribe, and so on.